Welcome to a brand new podcast that we do not have a name of yet. That is something we are gonna figure out here today with Harry Chumas and Jackson Sandler. Guys, how are you doing today?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Harry, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, man? You're a buddy at MHS, and I'm definitely stoked to have you on today.
Yeah, I've known Grant since like 6th grade on the YMCA football team.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackson, I don't really know when we started hanging out, but just been on the average. I've been on the average men's club once before, back in the early days, playing some Smash Bros. But
Fabian.
yeah, just a big fan. Happy they can have me on here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Have you been podcasting before? What's your experience, would you say, with a podcast? I know I'm not super experienced. We've done it in the past, but what would you say your level of podcasting could be or is right now?
I'm an avid listener. I've never been on a podcast, but I enjoy the Joe Rogan experience.
Absolutely.
And the Barstool's got some good podcasts.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I know Grant's a big Barstool fan.
I am. Dave Portnoy, he's killing the stock market right now, dissing Warren Buffett right now.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a big Barstool follower. Pardon my take. A couple other sports podcasts out there that I like to listen to. But yeah, I'm glad to finally get this podcast out and rolling on Sandler Entertainment or jacksonsandler.net. It'll be fun to get different people on here to think about new ways about how to attack life and what to expect for their future and down the road here as we get going. But Harry, how has quarantine been treating you?
It's been pretty good. So the beginning of it was rough.
Yeah.
I was going insane.
Yeah, I know you're a social dude. That could be a little difficult.
I know. I like to hang out with people.
Yeah.
It's like any normal person would. But
Mm.
in the beginning, my parents were really strict about staying, which is good, you know. But then it gets to a point where you're in the house for a month and a half and you haven't you haven't left.
Yeah.
And I was just me and Theo were bouncing off the walls and trying to find stuff to do and, without meeting people. And then they let me get a job. I got a job working at Mancino's.
Nice.
Awesome.
Grinders.
Best sandwich shop in town,
Dude.
man.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan, right?
Shout out to Ryan Bieber.
So
Shout out to
good.
Mancino's. Stop in and grab a grinder.
Lumberjack, that's my favorite. Lumberjack. I go a full lumberjack and a full pizza every time I go.
Damn.
Two full grinders.
2 full ones.
Oh my.
That's the way I like
The
to
most
roll.
I've ever eaten is a whole and a third. I can't.
Yeah, I usually
Yeah.
don't go more than a whole. I always do the
Usually I can handle 2 fulls in one sitting.
yeah.
Because they're just so good, man. Oh my gosh.
That's
Getting
too
me
much.
jacked up about food already. Man.
So what? When you came in here, you said you just came back from swim practice.
Yeah.
All that stuff is still on.
Yeah, we've been having practice for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
I think this is our 3rd week starting.
Damn.
And there's 12 people allowed in the pool, and it's one at each lane, at each end of the lane. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And then the YMCA's weight room opened back up, so I've been heading down to the weight room and just working out as much as I can.
Yeah, I remember at the start of quarantine I had chemistry with Harry. Remember when you said you were going to do your prison workouts?
Oh, yeah.
Just get jacked on push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. How did that go for the first part of quarantine? Were you staying true to that?
Oh, yeah, I was doing 200 push-ups a day.
Nice.
And I didn't really count abs because it's kind of hard, but I did that. Me and Theo were doing that for a month.
Yeah, Theo's looking big now too.
Yeah.
Theo.
And then we luckily, our neighbor had an old weight set in his basement that he never used, and he told us if we move it out of his house, we can have it.
Oh, nice.
And so we moved that into the garage and just pumping some iron at home, and then before the gyms open back up.
Gotta love the garage workouts, man.
Yeah,
Oh man.
for sure.
We ended up building a squat rack out of wood. So we were able to bench and squat off that rack, and Gavin made it out of wood. But Coach Rothbauer, shout out Coach Rothbauer, he gave us some stuff to get it done during quarantine, and it's just about maintaining, right? Because everybody's in the same situation. So if you can at least maintain, you should be above everybody else.
So Harry, what do you fill your time with besides getting jacked?
I play a lot of guitar.
Nice.
I've been just kind of playing on and off.
Yeah.
I haven't taken any lessons in a while, but just play guitar, and I did puzzles. I ordered puzzles, 1,000-piece puzzles.
Damn.
Put those together.
Nice.
Just trying to keep my brain working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did online school go? Because
It was unique.
Canvas.
Yeah.
Did you like Canvas?
I did not.
No.
Yeah, neither did I.
Like, because I feel like, I mean, I'm not trying to throw teachers under the bus here, because everyone was, no one knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, some teachers, like, no one was, I don't think anyone told the teachers how to use Canvas.
Yeah.
This is, like, my dad's a teacher, so he was saying, like they didn't use Canvas, but he said, no, like, they just said, like, you're going to have to send out your sheets to all your students and, like, just get it out there. And, like, teachers were like, well, how do I do that?
Yeah, and no one was doing it the same.
No.
They were all
Exactly.
different.
Like, a bunch of my teachers, I mean, like, would throw their stuff in modules.
Yeah.
And, like, I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So then, there, like, a month in, I
Uh-huh.
look in my U.S. government folder,
Yeah.
and there's, like, 40 assignments.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, none of them used it the same, and all the submitting stuff was the worst because you'd get something done finally, and then you couldn't figure out how to submit it correctly, or they wouldn't get it in time, or
And my Wi-Fi went out for, like, 3 days.
Yeah. So you're trying to like do it on your phone.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
like, it just sucked because I would, like, try and submit it, and then I'd send him an email and just be like, yeah, Miss Nemeth, I submitted this, but I don't have Wi-Fi. And then, like, or like, oh, there was one thing. There was a paper that was supposed to be due, like, during, like, when school would be going on, but then obviously they canceled it. So it was turning over Canvas. It was a 95-point essay. And I turned it in, and it was, like, I get it, and my score is a 1 out of 95. And I was like, I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you probably forgot like a 9 or a 1 or something in front of that. Because, like, I mean, it wasn't like, it's by no means a 95. It was not that good.
Yeah.
But, like, it didn't deserve a
Better
1.
than a 1.
Yeah. So I, like, emailed her like 3 times, just, like, flipping out. I was like, Miss Demeth, there's no way that this is like a 1. And then she's like, well, I can only enter 1s in Skyward and Canvas, but it's actually like a full credit. So I was just,
So during the whole year, you had no idea what your grade actually was.
yeah, because on
Yeah.
on Canvas, my grade percentage was 27% because I was missing 95 summative points.
Yeah.
But on Skyward, I got a 1 out of 1, so I had like 100% on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Yeah.
yeah, because it turned to pass fail about halfway through kind of quarantine. So then it was either 1s or 0s or P's and F's. Did you guys end up getting your report cards back?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was weird
Yeah.
just seeing the P's and the F's.
Yeah.
I got all
Dang.
my P's
Yeah.
and my
Yep.
satisfactory on my citizens test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. I was glad I got to take that. That was enlightening.
Do you guys take any AP tests?
No, I did not. I
didn't.
did no
I didn't
AP
either.
classes.
I took
this semester.
I took 2, but they were rough. It was not
Yeah.
communicated very well. I had a AB Calc, which didn't go very well. I don't even think I answered half the questions.
Yeah.
It was not very good. And then Bio. That one was a little bit better. I feel like I had a little bit more solid footing before we started that one, but
How did they change the tests for quarantine?
they were a lot
Weren't they shorter?
they were a lot shorter. I think usually they're like 2 or 3 hours or something. I don't know. I haven't done one before this year.
Yeah.
But it was like 45 minutes, I think, for the whole thing.
It's pretty good.
But a lot of people had trouble getting on it too.
Yeah, my friend Ben Schinners,
Yeah.
shout out Ben, slept through the first portion of one. Woke up and texted Cole along. And was just like, hey, Cole, can you send me the notes? And Cole texted back, Ben, I'm in the test. He's just, what? And then Ben did it in like 20 minutes and then just like said like, well, I'm just going to submit this and ask if I can do it again. They let him do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another buddy of mine who ended up taking the test on time and then couldn't submit it, didn't end up submitting it in time and had to retake it again. So just stuff like that. That's like,
Yeah.
if your Wi-Fi decides to bug during an AP test, man, sorry for you.
I mean, and that's always the problem with online classes.
Yeah.
But I feel like it didn't go that great anyways, comparatively to how online classes should be. Because I've never taken online classes before this year. So I first started off with the quarantine classes that we did, which were like, you didn't really have to do much. But then this summer I've been taking a couple classes so I can graduate early in January. And those ones are organized really well. Like there's a solid platform and it teaches you how to use it and everyone's using it the same.
Yep.
But it's weird to see that contrast. And it'll be interesting to see if we have to do more online school, what happens.
Come fall, yeah.
Yeah. that'll be a whole nother mess because that'll put people way behind. I mean, it doesn't really matter for us because we're almost done.
Yeah.
But people who are,
like freshmen.
yeah, 5th, 6th, 7th grade.
Like, my mom was mentioning she works in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have kids that are going to 1st grade that still don't know how to count to 10 or say the ABCs.
Yeah.
And if they haven't been doing anything online, that's tough. And then
if you haven't been checking into your ABC mouse,
or
right?
like 3rd grade, your 3rd grade's big time for fractions and adding and subtracting fractions, and missing that stuff would have hurt me big time because I still can't do that stuff. Man. That's hard.
I mean, it's easy for like high school and like middle school is probably the easiest because that's just like you're just like polishing your skills.
Yeah.
But like elementary school has got to be so like then you're like learning how to like interact with people.
Yeah, especially if parents aren't staying on top of it.
Yeah, or like if your parents are working.
Yeah.
And, they can't sit down and read to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it's got to be so tough for some of those little kindergartners who are just like can't even read, can't even count.
Yeah.
And like they just have to go on to 1st grade and they're doing multiplication or whatever they're teaching them now.
It'll be interesting to see if they change up any of that stuff. Like if they're teaching next year any differently to review more, or review faster.
So. Yeah, I would hope that the first. Well, it's always kind of like the first couple months or a couple weeks of either the semester or the year. You kind of just recheck, all right, where was everybody at, kind of when we ended the last time. I think it'll just be a little bit longer. It'll be the first 3 to 5 weeks where we're, all right, what did you guys have to do right before quarantine hit? What did you try to do when quarantine was here? What did you do online? And then trying to figure out where to pick up come fall or whenever we get back at it. I hope we get back at it, man. Senior year to miss, that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
Yeah. I think they're going to, I mean, like, what makes sense is if they do, like sophomores and freshmen, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then juniors and seniors Tuesday, Thursday, because we don't need as much, like, because we've already, like, we don't need as much, like, in-person class time. They can send stuff out and we can handle that easier.
Yeah.
I think that'd make a lot of sense.
That does make sense to me, but I can't wrap my head around just going to school twice a week.
I know.
That's just so weird to me, but that might have to be the new reality of things.
It's kind of like, it's just gonna be so weird, like during flu season, like in the winter, like how differently people are gonna act now, because they're gonna treat like flu season, like I don't think people treat flu season that seriously.
No,
I mean, like, I've gotten the flu, and it's been bad, but I've never been like, oh, it's flu season, like I can't go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I
like,
gotta use extra hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I feel like now it's just gonna, like, people are gonna kind of treat it more like this, not like stay in your house and lock yourself in your basement. But
yeah, it'll be weird if we have to. I don't know how we're gonna go to school and it's not gonna be weird.
Yeah,
because either like alternating days or if we have to wear masks and gloves.
There's gonna
all
be
day.
no way around. It's not gonna be the same. Like,
there's no winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be different no matter what. I guess it's just gonna be how fast you can wrap your mind kind of around that idea of wearing masks or visors or having half the kids in a class so you can try to social distance.
Set up an airlock in the brand new entrance, stand you up and spray you off with something. Just
maybe, dude.
I mean, one of the weirdest things in my life that's changed is me and my dad run a company and we run to a lot of trade shows. And we haven't had a trade show since February. I mean, usually it's like a once a month or once every 6 weeks. But yeah, we haven't had a trade show, and we don't see any in the foreseeable future, which makes sense because it's a group of 60 to 100,000 people, all talking in close quarters.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Would you do that kind of virtually? Because a lot of stuff has run over to Zoom or WebEx.
Yeah.
Or
There's. I know some conventions are starting to set up like virtual online hubs, but it's not really the same of people walking around a show floor and buying your stuff.
How has it like impacted your sales? Like, you guys still shipping a lot of stuff?
It's definitely been down. We're doing a lot more online. A lot more marketing online too, which has helped. But we've been doing a lot of big orders. And I think it's going down now, but people are spending a lot of money online. They had nothing else to do. So our online sales were doing really good, and they started to slow down. But it hasn't been crushingly bad.
Yeah,
that's good. Everything's still being paid off on time, and we're still getting new licenses and new companies, and yeah,
That's sweet.
it hasn't been bad.
Yeah.
Bad any of the words. Just a little.
Dude, online shopping at the beginning, this was tough.
Yeah.
I ordered a skateboard. It never came. They canceled the order.
Yeah.
Because like, everything's just so backed up.
Yeah, Amazon has been hella slow.
Yeah.
We ordered a bunch of stuff so we could get this podcast rolling before Grant headed out of town, and
Yep.
it came very late.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's here though, so that's
Yeah.
that's what matters. We're getting it done. As long as it gets here, I think that's kind of what the expectation should be now online. As long as it gets to your place within 3 weeks of you or a month of you ordering it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered a new swimsuit and it came in like 2 weeks. And usually
Yeah.
it takes like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the stuff has been a lot of weird because I've ordered stuff from like smaller companies and it's been like super fast because I'm sure they don't have as much to do or
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, like the big Amazon, Target,
So
those are so slow.
Yeah.
a lot of people doing that online shift over.
And there's like so much like deliveries for food. Like,
Yep.
like just curbside pickup.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's going to become a thing with like
Oh.
most restaurants now. Because
Yeah.
it's so easy to do it. Like
Mhm.
for the restaurant and you just walk it
Yeah.
out to them. And like
Yeah.
I think a lot of restaurants did it before, but it wasn't as like advertised.
Yeah.
And, like,
And we don't really live in a place where you're inclined to do that. Like if
Yeah.
you live in New York, it's
Yeah.
an hour trip to a restaurant, or you can pay
Yeah.
someone to get it to your place.
yeah.
But we don't have
Yeah.
a ton of traffic yet.
Yeah.
It's not as important. But
Yeah. It's just like kind of nice to go and swing by the Chinese place and
yeah,
grab some stuff out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to miss the buffets, man. That'll probably just totally get dismantled.
yeah.
Where you can just go in and just park down and just shove some food in your face.
I'm gonna miss Asia Palace.
Oh,
I
Dude.
saw Old Country Buffet went out of
yep,
business.
yep, they did. That's a place I'd never gone to.
Yeah, no, me
but
neither.
I went there once.
How was it? You can
like-
trash it now, I guess. and no
I
one's
mean,
there.
Yeah.
it wasn't great. It's
Uh-huh.
not like they just have like everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
like anything like they have hot dogs, burgers, fried chicken.
You can just keep going up, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not like it's great food, but
yeah.
it's quantity over quality.
Yep.
That's all buffets are.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what you need from a buffet, man.
So
I wonder if Pizza Hut will change anything. They're probably the biggest chain that still does buffet type stuff, right?
Yeah, but even before everything hit, their buffets just weren't.
Yeah.
They were still good, but they just weren't like widespread.
if
and-
Pizza Del Rey
oh,
closes,
dude, I know.
I'm gonna cry.
Pizza Del Rey, man. That's the spot to go for
we ordered
pizza buffet.
we ordered pizza from them a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty good pizza,
Mhm.
and it's even better when it's all you can eat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's not that expensive, so it's a
Yeah.
little harder
Yeah.
for them now more than ever to
Yeah.
stay open, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been we went to cuz the movie theater down here, not AMC, our local one. They've been doing the popcorn, pick up a couple
Carry out
bags or whatever.
popcorn.
Yeah, we've been doing that a couple times just to keep them in business.
Didn't the movie theater just open up again? I think it.
I think it did.
I heard
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't know if I'll be going to it.
Yeah,
but,
that's a little. I don't know, and there's no good movies to
Yeah.
watch either.
Because all of
so-
them got like they canceled production. Like
Yeah.
for the new James Bond.
Mhm.
Like I love watching all the James Bond
Yeah.
movies, and they backed that up like 6 months.
Yeah, everything's pushed back. I think the only things that aren't pushed back, I know Trolls 2 came out online. They did the digital one of
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
And what the hell? Oh, Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie. That's still coming out next month.
yeah, I've
Is
heard
it the
of it.
one where time goes backwards?
I think yeah.
Dude, I watched. I've been watching so many movies.
Yeah, me too.
Because I've been staying up late.
Yeah.
Like 1 o'clock, 2
You gotta do
o'clock.
what you gotta do.
Yeah, and then I'll just like flip on a couple movies.
Mhm.
And I watched Inception.
Yeah, I watched that over quarantine too.
Movies.
It's so good.
Yeah. And
That's so
I watched
good.
I watched all of the Avatar: The Last Airbender, like all the DVDs.
The Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a haircut like that during quarantine. I'm not kidding. I had a mohawk. It wasn't like the arrow, but it looked pretty close. But yeah, during quarantine ended up getting to my head. I decided, Gav, why don't you take the clippers and just right down? So I had a mohawk like this for we called it the Chuck Liddell cut because he was one of my favorite UFC fighters that won a belt and then lost his neck and got knocked out like 16 times in a row or something crazy like that. But yeah, Chuck Liddell, the Mohawk, buzzed down. And then I made the mistake of, you guys ever heard of Sunbum?
Yeah.
I made the mistake of putting Sunbum in that, and it looked so weird because it was so patchy, and it was like almost bleached blonde kind of look. So I had a patchy, bleached blonde Mohawk for most of March, and so then I ended up blending it all together, and I think it's still kind of in there, that like lightish color, because my hair is normally not this light. But yeah, that kind of reminded me of, I had a crazy quarantine cut. I noticed you guys. Have you got anything done?
My mom's
just letting it flow out.
Yeah, my mom's trimmed me up a couple times because it gets a little hard to manage.
Yeah, I'm just letting it go. I'm just letting it go all out. Like,
that's the way to go. You either let it go all out or you cut it all off, man.
Yeah.
Theo buzzed his head.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but I got it like a little misshapen head. So I didn't really want to walk around looking like something.
Yeah, dude,
like
it was so weird. I've wanted to get a mohawk like that for a while, and there's no way I could have tried going to like social events or whatever.
You had the full beard, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I forgot about that too. I grew a beard during quarantine. I didn't shave for 2 months, which is probably the longest I've ever gone without shaving. So I had that thick beard and the blonde mohawk. But yeah, that was the quarantine look, man. And then I ended up shaving a mustache and had fun with that facial hair for a while. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, even when quarantine hit, I was like 2 months due for a haircut. So
really?
Now I'm running out about 6 months, and it's like, not seeing anyone anyways, you know.
Let it go, man.
Yeah. I want to grow a beard, but I just get like 3 little wispy little pubes on my chin.
Now's the time, right?
And it quits.
Did you try to grow it during quarantine?
Yeah,
You just got to keep shaving it, man. That's the deal with those, because some people just can't grow facial hair. It's tough.
No. All right, hold up. I'm just gonna
crack that thing. Oh yeah,
little cranberry.
Cranberry Lacroix, ladies and gentlemen. As good as it gets. Lacroix is as good as it gets, man.
We over the little break we were having
I'm glad I have somebody on my side now, because for the last couple times we've debated this.
About
it's been Carson isn't a full buy-in, I wouldn't say, of Lacroix, and I think Harry is.
I'm a full buy-in of like sparkling water. Not
awesome.
I mean, okay.
I don't even do sparkling water.
There's
something wrong about it. Your water shouldn't have any interruptions in it, you know? If it's going to be water, get water. That's what I say.
That's true. But like the thing about like all this stuff is like this stuff, your Trader Joe's, your whatever other, it's all the same. There's no like higher quality. But I do take a LaCroix over all of them. Just because.
Thank you, Harry.
Just because it's LaCroix. But
I think I've had a run-in with a couple bubbly people. It didn't get violent or anything. Don't worry. But,
you can talk to my dad about that on the way out.
Is he a bubbly boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what my dad buys bubbly because he owns stock in whoever owns bubbly. So I'll give him a pass. But
it probably runs up to PepsiCo somehow.
Yeah, I bet Pepsi.
Yeah, dude, bubbly and LaCroix. I'm trying to think. There's one more.
There's a polar one.
Yeah, and then there's another French one, I think, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I think I'll give bubbly the credit on commercials. I think their commercials are pretty dang attractive, and it looks refreshing. But LaCroix just beats them all day with the name and their cans, dude.
There's a LaCroix swimsuit. Like you can get.
I know. I've seen it.
You can get like.
I was gonna make a T-shirt.
Really?
I was gonna make a T-shirt, a white T-shirt with the heart and a LaCroix can in the middle of it. But the LaCroix patterns and designs, just unbeaten, and I feel like it hydrates you twice as much as normal water would.
LaCroix is like an international brand, right?
It's out of La Crosse.
Really?
Yes.
So how far does it go?
I don't know if it's international. It's for sure across the U.S., but they were having some trouble. I saw news, I think about a year ago, I was in Nashville, and I saw a news story on it. Stock prices and prices of LaCroix are going way down because nobody's buying it anymore. And I said, oh, no. But then I said, oh, yes, because then that means more LaCroix and cheaper LaCroix for me, man. So
You get it on sale.
yeah, I get it on sale.
I can't remember. There was like like 5 years ago. There was like this Nestle, like the Nestle CEO,
Yeah.
was talking about like because Nestle can bottle water for free,
Oh.
but then they sell it.
Oh.
And the guy was saying like water isn't a human right, and I want to own the water. It's like at least LaCroix's not like trying to like sell you water as they're bottling it for free. And this Nestle guy's trying to own the rain or whatever.
Harry and I both being athletes, we realized how bad soda can mess up your insides. So
We got a
LaCroix,
rule.
go.
Yeah, we got a rule on the swim team where you don't eat fast food and drink soda during the season. And,
Damn.
I mean, like the season's like 4 months long.
Yeah.
And my first year, it was a little tough because like I was just so used to like going over to Culver's or whatever for lunch. And then now, I don't eat a lot of fast food. Like if there's nothing else to eat, and usually I only get fast food if it's breakfast. Like I'll stop at McDonald's or
that's
Arby's,
fair.
grab a sandwich or some pancakes.
Yeah, some hot cakes.
Yeah,
In the plastic dish with the sausage and everything.
Dude, those
Couple scrambled eggs, right?
those hot cakes. It's literally just cake. There's no pan. It's just cake. But I stopped drinking soda. Like I'll have it if it's like the only thing to drink.
Mm-hmm.
If there's, I'll have it once, like maybe like once a year.
I don't know about you guys, but Big Mac just doesn't feel right without a Coke. A family event doesn't feel right. Like a large family event doesn't feel right unless you got a soda.
I'll only do it if it's
Pizza, soda.
I don't know, dude.
Those go together,
I've switched to LaCroix in pizza. I've
Oh
switched
my
to
God.
LaCroix in burger. I've switched to LaCroix in everything.
How do you,
It's water. It's water that's a little more spicy for your life. That's what I like to say.
It's water with a flavor suggestion
Yeah.
on the bottle.
Nah.
we drink a lot of chocolate milk in my house. Like
Oh.
we go through like a gallon a day.
Is that the Fairlife?
No,
You
we
drink
we
Fairlife?
do camps, and then
Okay.
there's I can't
That's
remember.
good
Like
stuff.
I think there's
All the milk's pretty much the same.
yeah.
Fairlife says it's high filtered, and I think it's a little bit better, but
It's really
just
rich.
a normal Kemp's chocolate milk, man. Woo.
Yeah.
I don't do Chumu. I don't do Chumu.
You don't?
No.
That's what McDonald's sells, right?
I
I
think,
think
so.
they go true.
That's what we
with
get
theirs.
at school, right?
If we get skim.
Yeah, the chocolate milk at school is not good.
Skim. I can't stand skim milk.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think skim milk is lower on the water scale than LaCroix.
Probably.
It's like I don't know.
Probably, dude.
Like
That's funny.
it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do 1% and 2% in my house.
Yeah, I think
and
we
then
usually go for 2%.
sometimes whole milk. And then if it's a special occasion, like if it's my birthday, we'll get some whole chocolate milk.
Whoa.
That stuff, man. You can just feel like the cholesterol just like flowing
Yeah,
through your
that
veins.
5 pounds on a cup of gain 5 pounds on a cup of cold
It's
chocolate milk.
It's
man.
so good
Jeez.
though. Like there's like after a swim practice,
Yeah.
like swimming like 4 miles.
Yeah,
coming
that's
home,
true,
a
dude.
Big glass of whole milk chocolate milk.
All natural, man. You don't need all those protein shakes or anything.
No.
Just have that whole chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm. Did school lunch used to be better, like in elementary school, or is that just me?
Here's what I did. I didn't eat hot lunch 1st through 5th grade.
Same.
I had my
Damn.
mom pack my lunch every single day, and I had a cold lunch. And then middle school, I didn't have a cold lunch one time. And then here comes high school, and I've switched right back over to cold lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't really tell you. I think it's been the same pretty much. But it's just all that kind of processed stuff.
Yeah. Well, I remember in like kindergarten, we used to get like hot dogs and peanut
Yeah,
butter and jelly.
yeah.
and stuff,
Actually, I
man.
do remember
There was
getting a
tater
couple hot
tots.
dogs.
Yeah.
There was hot dogs.
What the
There
hell
was
happened
tater
to tater
tots.
tots?
It used to be a little bit more kitchen made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've gone more to like the packaged stuff, heat it up in the boiling water, whatever they do, and then just set it out there.
I mean, it's not terrible,
No.
but it's
Yeah.
not.
I don't usually.
I wouldn't
eat it
go out- I
anymore.
wouldn't-
It's $2.45 for a tray.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't take it over anything, but I would eat it if I didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of the same as Grant. I ate cold lunch until my mom stopped packing my lunch in like 6th grade.
yeah.
5th grade, and then I would eat it like once in a while in elementary school if there was like a good lunch.
Yeah.
Like if it had tater tots.
Yeah, tater tots.
Now
and peaches.
Peaches.
School of the
those
best
canned
peaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
canned peaches.
I don't know why.
Their pineapple was good too.
Yeah.
They had good canned fruit there. I mean, because that's what you normally get at your house, anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But there's one side dish that I always remember that I just loved, and it was the cheesy broccoli, dude. And I thought it was so good. It was one of my
cheesy broccoli was good.
A lot of people don't even like it, and it's my favorite from school.
I avoided it every
It's
time.
my favorite from school. If I could get it from school and have cheesy broccoli, I would get it.
I wish they
10
had
times out of
like green bean casserole or something.
dude.
It's like just green beans.
That's one of my
tater
favorite side
tots,
dishes, dude. Green bean casserole and cheesy broccoli, man. That stuff, that's my favorite.
I used to always do the hot lunch runs until we could head out of school. Then I was always out.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I mostly still do.
I've gone out to eat on the twice, and it's been on the last day of school, and then we didn't have really the last day of school this year. But Jim Bob's the first year, freshman year, and then sophomore year, Cancun. That was big time for lunch. Yeah,
I've gone to Chipotle for pickup a couple times.
Oh yeah, that's
The one by the mall?
Yeah.
Damn, that's quite a drive.
Yeah. Luckily, my Ryan Beaver just when I'll order it online or run out there, and it doesn't take long. And like, I think Chipotle's kind of like sketchy though, because they just set your bag on the shelf.
Yeah.
You
can
just
with
walk
the new
in and
laws,
take
it was
they've
even
been setting it
sketchier. I
outside.
went there during quarantine, and the table's outside now.
Yeah.
And there's just like 50 bags out there, and people are just waiting. And I'm like, oh.
Is this one mine? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take two. You could easily just walk in there, snag a bag. No one would know.
Yeah.
And like one time I went in there and asked, like there was no name. I was like, "Is this the order for Harry?" And they're like, "Oh, thank you for asking." Like usually people just come in and grab it, and it's just like.
I mean, most of the stuff from there tastes the same no matter what you order.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be happy.
Oh,
with what
I've
you
been
get.
doing Burrito Express.
Oh,
now.
dude, that's good. I went there the other day, and I didn't even finish my burrito. I think they've upped their game a little bit.
Damn.
It's gotten bigger.
Two Mancino sub Grant can't finish his burrito.
I couldn't, dude. I think the heat got to me or something. I don't know what happened.
Eat the macho salsa.
Yeah, dude, their salsa that they bring out is... But I don't know what it was. I did not finish the burrito, and I felt like an idiot. I felt so stupid.
Damn.
But yeah.
It's been kind of drilled into me to like clean your plate.
Yeah, same. I cannot stand when I throw away food.
Like
I couldn't.
It's mostly my dad. Like my dad doesn't. I mean, it's just like against his like principles to like buy food and then see it thrown away, which is like makes sense.
Yeah.
And like when he was a kid, his mom and dad, like if you didn't finish your plate, wrap it in cellophane, put it in the fridge, and you'd have it for breakfast, and that's your breakfast. And like they never did that to us. But if like they'll always say like clean your plate, like eat it.
Yeah.
And like I don't like onions, so like a lot of times like I'll like happen to like pick something up and let a couple onions fall out. Yeah. Not like pick them out, but then I'll just leave them on my plate and he's like eat them, and it's just like I'm just sitting there with like a fork full of onions. Just like,
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah.
Getting the courage up to eat your onions. We had onion rings the other day. I like onion rings.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of onion
Yeah,
rings.
especially with mustard.
Mustard?
Yeah. What do you eat them
I'd
with?
just go ketchup.
Mustard's the way to go.
I guess I've never tried it.
I don't like
Corn
That's
dogs with
something I'll have to
mustard
do.
are the way to go.
I don't
Yeah,
like
corn dogs, brats.
Anything that's
Hot
deep
dogs.
fried, probably except fish. Mustard's the way to go.
I like mustard. I don't like ketchup. I just
Ketchup's just basic, and it's just sugar too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of sugar.
I like barbecue sauce. Some Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah.
I've gotten
Yes.
bigger into hot sauce.
Yeah, I've actually been doing more hot sauce stuff during quarantine.
Yeah, like hot sauce with some eggs.
Hot mustard is so good.
Something I've been getting big into. I think I got 3 here, and not even on an accident. You want to pop them in? They're cinnamon. They're
cinnamon.
Fireball, and oh my gosh, dude, I'm addicted to these things. I go the inside of my mouth is just raw from them because I just put it in there and just let it eat at the cheek. But this is a different kind of spice. I'm not good with hot sauces, but I love to put red pepper flakes on my pizza and these things, and I chew Big Red all the time. But I'm more of like a just subtle but just lingering type of spice guy. So
I do like cinnamon gum.
I got some if you want some.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to go. Thank
Damn.
Big
Yeah,
Red
man.
right there.
he does.
I teeth grind when I weightlift. Like if I'm doing squats or deadlifts, I don't like grinding my teeth. So I'll throw in some gum, and usually Big Red's my
Go to.
choice of chew.
Yeah. I think I've found that eating gum while driving, I feel like that's good. Like I'm usually like clenching my teeth.
Yeah.
Get mad at people, but
usually have a big red. I usually have big red on the dashboard. Actually, fun story. I failed my drive test the first time here in Eau Claire.
What'd you do?
I did not do a uncontrolled intersection.
Oh,
I just kind of flew right through it. I would have passed. It's an automatic disqualification. So that happened, but then decided, we'll go up. I could take it within 2 weeks, so we went up to Hayward, took it, and I'm convinced the only reason I passed, because I was more nervous the second time, was because I had a piece of gum sitting on, or I had a container of gum sitting on the dashboard, and she's like, "Oh, can I have some gum?" She gets in the car. "Can I have some gum?" "Oh yeah, you can have." It was the last piece though. And she's like, "Well, it's the last piece." And I'm like, "Well, you can take it anyways." And I'm convinced that's why I passed that draft and I have my license today.
Little chivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone's taking a drive test soon, I guess the best advice I can give is make some conversation. We started talking about his weekend plans.
You don't have to. You do not
Really?
have to take your drive test anymore. Did you hear that?
Yeah, they can.
Really?
They waived it.
For how long?
Until December, I think.
Damn.
If you take your 6 drive times and you've passed your permit test, you can just go in and get your license.
Wow.
Crazy.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like,
I don't know, dude, if that makes any sense. You can social distance and be safe and take a drive test.
yeah, but like, I mean, like, if your parents don't think you're ready to drive, I don't think they're just gonna sign the waiver. I mean, mine wouldn't.
Most wouldn't.
I don't know though, dude. If you can get your license for basically nothing, because if they're gonna have to wait to get them, why not just get it now?
Yeah,
it's just a very interesting thing that I think in
these things get spicy.
6,
go down.
yeah, 6, yeah, they do. They get spicy.
It's getting good.
Just gotta let it sit there
It's
and eat
good.
at your cheek skin, man. Just gotta let it sit there and eat at it. Just let it tingle. No, but I think my brother will be able to take. His birthday's in August. He got his permit a little late, but he'll be able to get his for free because he doesn't have to go in.
Wow.
I guess it's not for free, but without taking the drive test.
Wow.
So,
you know what I think? I think people should have to take more than one drive test, like when they're older.
I've thought the same thing, dude.
Yeah, they definitely should renew it.
When you
I feel
hit
like
the
they should
80
expire.
mark, when you hit the 80 mark, you got to go in and retake everything.
Because, like, I feel like older people from, like, smaller towns.
Yeah.
I don't they just get, like, grandfathered into their license? Don't they just, like, get it? Because there's probably not, like, I don't know.
I don't get what you're trying to say.
Like,
with that.
you know how, like boater safety. Like, if you're, like, people over the age of what never had to take boater safety.
Oh,
and, like, not that you
yeah,
need it,
yeah,
but, like,
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like there's some people who just kind of, like, got their picture taken, got their license.
Yeah, yeah.
Never, like, I mean, like, it's pretty, like, it's like the most dangerous thing everyone does.
Yeah.
And it's the
Yeah.
most common thing you always do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you should have to take, like, a renewal test every, like, 10 years.
Yeah, I mean,
at the
10
max.
years.
At the
10 years,
max.
a lot can change in 10 years, especially with,
Yeah.
Driverless cars.
your abilities to think quickly, and, like, a lot of stuff can change for anyone at any age
dude.
in 10 years.
That'd make the roads safer. That'd piss a lot of people off, though. I would say that. That would not make a lot of people happy.
Especially if they had to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's where people would be unhappy.
Yeah, dude. But it's more dangerous when you see the Buick try to take a right turn on a red light, and you better watch out because there's probably an accident waiting to happen there. I mean,
I live right by where Rudolph crosses Claremont, and there's an accident there, like, twice a month.
Yeah.
And they're, like, usually pretty bad. Like, there was one a few years ago where this lady was going across, and people, like, don't even pay attention to those red lights when it, like, certain times. So this guy just goes flying, T-bones the van goes airborne. And, like,
wow. You saw it?
Damn.
yeah.
Has your property ever been in the way of any of those? You get skid marks on the grass or anything?
No, it's a couple blocks from where I live, but there was a garbage truck that T-boned an old lady a few years ago.
Damn.
Like, right at the intersection by my house. And it was, like,
Golly.
it was pretty intense.
I woke up to the garbage truck this morning. It's kind of enlightening. I woke up, my window's right outside where our garbage is. Just watched the garbage man do his work. We had a little extra garbage, and he still took it, and it was was a good way to start my day, watching a guy throw the garbage in for me.
I don't like waking up to an alarm.
You don't?
Really?
I just, like if I wake up on my own, I'm just like 10 times happier.
Yeah.
How does that work for like swimming? Because don't you have to get up at like 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes?
Not now. No, swimming practices now. It's usually at like 1 to 3, but some days it's from like 9 to 11
that's
or whatever.
terrible.
But during the school year, it's like earlier. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to wake up to an alarm then.
Mhm.
But like in the summer, I don't set an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I leave my window shades open, and then I just let the sun do its work,
Yeah.
hopefully. Just because I'm very light sensitive when I sleep.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just let the sun do its work, and normally it's 7 o'clock, and that thing's shining bright, and I'm up.
I usually set an alarm. Like these days where you don't really have to get up for much, I usually set one at like 8:30 or 9, just
Yeah.
in case I don't get up.
Yeah.
You know, like don't want to waste the whole day away
Yeah.
in bed, you know?
Yeah, I slept until 1 the other day.
In the
Dang.
afternoon.
I had like 13 hours of sleep.
Damn.
It was-
Oh, really? So you didn't even, like, stay up all night or
No,
anything?
I just went to bed and just straight through like most of the day, which was fine.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably not missing much. But.
No,
Yeah.
I don't usually work on the weekends.
Mhm.
And like my parents, I'm not like going places,
Yeah.
but I just kind of just chill out. And,
I mean, it's just weird if I've slept till I don't sleep in very often, and I think the latest I've ever slept in is like 10:30, 11 o'clock in my life. I've never really slept in,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if I'm like up at 9:30, I just feel like I'm behind the 8 ball and everything. And if I'm up at 6:30 and I can go and get a workout in, have breakfast before everybody's even up, I feel so good. And the start to your day, man. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Set your day up so you can have a good rest of your day.
I was running a lot in the beginning of quarantine. I'd wake up early and run.
Really?
Yeah,
How far? What's your distances?
like 3-4 miles, not too far. I just kind of just went for like a nice cruising speed. Like running is like it sucks, but it's like really addicting.
Yeah.
Like I would start doing it, like the first week it just kind of sucked because it hurts. Like,
Yeah.
to run on the road. Like,
Yeah.
just kind of pain on your knees, your back a little bit, but then like you just keep doing it, and it's just like I just gotta get up and run.
Yeah, dude. That's that natural, what do they call it? Workers, bipedalism. Our ancestors out there trying to run down chickens, live chickens, or whatever it was, running from dinosaurs or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, running 5 miles a day to go get water somewhere. It's in us somewhere where we just got to unlock it, unlock that untapped potential. Sorry, my fireball got caught in my mouth. That untapped potential. That's
There
what
you
I was
go.
trying to say. But yeah, that's good, dude. Good for you, waking up, getting that running in.
Yeah, not really doing it anymore because I've been swimming,
Yeah.
but before.
You know, you can always get back on that Pokemon Go grind.
I'm
Dude,
on
that's
it.
coming back.
I'm
That's
on it.
coming back.
I'm on it. Have you been playing?
No,
Oh my
I haven't
God.
checked in 2 or 3 years.
I'm gonna have to grab my phone so I can throw this account on.
Do it.
I
Do
got-
it.
I got some.
You got some monsters in there,
I
dude.
got some legendaries, dude.
No.
Yeah, you got no.
When was that?
idea.
That must have been 4 years ago.
That
Yeah.
was 2016.
Yeah. Yep.
That game. The only reason it went away is because of the winter. No one
Yep.
wanted to go to Pokestops
Yeah.
in the winter. But
Yep.
it's,
And we couldn't drive at that
and-
point. We
yeah,
were
and
too
you
young.
can't drive.
True.
If we could drive, still
Now
be
you
doing
can
it.
just drive to a
Peep
park and
this
get
out.
grind, dude.
Peep that out.
Damn.
Oh man.
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, Groudon,
Lander-
Landorus. Ooh, they have Gen 5s now?
Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what
nuts.
that means. What's a Gen 5?
It's like the different regions.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off with what was the first region? Kanto,
Yep. And then Johto.
and Hoenn and
Yeah.
Sinnoh,
Yeah.
so on and so on.
So on and so
I
on.
play. I got like the DS games.
Yeah,
for
what was your
Pokemon.
Pokemon game? Harry?
Mine was Soul Silver.
Ooh, I'm a Heart Gold.
Heart Gold. Yeah, dude.
Heart Gold all the way through.
They are.
I'm lost,
those
man.
games are- You never played.
You're never a
those?
Pokemon guy?
I wasn't a Pokemon guy. I mean, DS I was big Mario Kart guy, but I
There
feel
you
like
go, yeah.
everybody was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Especially on the
Yeah.
Wii, right?
yeah, I
What
was
was
a
it?
big Wii.
DS download where you could play with other people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at swim meets.
Yeah.
If you didn't-
Oh
if you
yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
If you didn't have a DS at a swim meet, dude,
Then you were lost.
you were
Lost in the
way
sauce, brother.
behind.
Yeah, dude. DS's. I was about to plug it in the other day. I found my 3DS.
Nice.
I had a 3DS.
I got one.
Did you have
But
Mario 3D World on it, right? Wasn't that the popular game?
I think I only had the brand new Mario Kart one, and it was in 3D.
Nice.
But I was I really only had Mario Kart. I think I had a Transformers one. That was pretty fun. But then I think a Lego game too was on there. I can't remember.
I didn't like
Yeah.
the Lego DS games. They weren't the same as the Wii.
The
Yeah,
Wii
I always
ones
played
are
the Wii
so
one.
good.
Have you guys heard that they're doing another Lego Star Wars game?
PS4.
Really?
Yeah,
For the PS4
Yeah,
and
it's
PS5?
got PS4. Probably both.
probably
now.
both, but
But they got
Xbox.
It's got all 9 movies on it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that as soon as it comes out because Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
yeah,
That
and
game is awesome.
all the sets. They're coming out with a bunch of new sets, and those ones, I don't know if it'll be exclusive, like, because you can buy the sets and then you can put the ship in the game. You know, they're doing that, but I don't know if it'll be like you have to buy the ship, the real one, to get in the game, or it'll
You
just
can't pass the level without
Yeah.
buying like a $40.
a $40
Like
Lego
Lego
set.
ship,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it'll be fun. I hope it's fun. It's one of my favorite games,
yeah.
the old Lego Star Wars.
It'll be
games.
fun, I bet.
Yeah. And if not, we'll find our own fun in it, right?
They better have like I just remember on the Wii, like before, like on Lego games, they used to be able like when you run away, they'd have like the little split come on.
Mm-hmm.
But before
Yeah.
you couldn't stray too far, so
Yeah.
you'd just be like pulling each other. They better they better just not let you just run off wherever because then you have to stay with your partner. I just remember me and Theo like, no, I'm going over here, and we just be like, just
Hopefully they'll do some online stuff too. That'd be fun.
That
if
would
you
be
could play
cool.
with like 4 people online.
Yeah.
some arcade battles.
Yeah.
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 Multiplayer games. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. Over quarantine, I've gotten into my PlayStation more. I've been playing a lot
That's good.
more games.
What do you play?
I just finished GTA 5 after probably 2 years of owning it.
Legendary
I finally
game.
did that, and then I never actually beat the Spider-Man game, so I started over. I was like, "There's gonna be a new one." I loved it.
It's
I forgot about it eventually somehow, but I never finished it, so I'm just doing it again.
I played Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever.
I've heard a lot about that
It was
one.
very fun, super fun.
I've heard it's kind of like that the Zelda game that came out a couple of years ago, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like all open world.
Yeah, it's open, and then like you like hunt like dinosaurs, but they're like all machines,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like really weird premise. So much background that's like kind of explained but not explained.
Yeah.
They're like making a new one for PS5,
Yeah.
but then what else I play? I played God of War, like the newest God of War.
Yeah, I downloaded that one because it was on sale for like $10
so
or something.
Fun.
I haven't started it yet,
Dude,
but
you gotta play it. It's so good.
I mean, there's probably a reason it was Game of the Year
Yeah,
last year,
It's-
2018 maybe.
Yeah, it's so good. It's crazy.
I'm looking forward to it.
I never played those on like PS3 because I didn't ever had
Yeah,
one.
no,
But, like-
I've started at the PS4,
Yeah,
so I don't really have much history with
Yeah.
it.
you play like Madden and 2K and stuff.
I only play Warzone,
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, and because I'm a cheap boy, so I don't even have I don't have PSN and I don't have the full game of Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really only been that battle royale mode, Warzone.
Yeah.
But I put the time in on that, man. I'll sit down and play for 6 hours trying to get a win in that. But it's fun to just hop on with the boys and have a little speed, violence, and momentum.
There you go.
Try to get some kills. But
I play Apex Legends.
have you been playing that? That was a fun game when it came out. That was really fun. Have they changed it a lot?
Yeah.
Isn't there it's like season 4 or something?
Yeah. It's like I remember when it first came out, it was cool
Yeah.
because it was like
When it first came out, it was probably the best.
it came out
Yeah.
when Fortnite was huge.
Yeah,
And
it competed.
I was never big in Fortnite. I mean,
No.
I was never good at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't build.
Yeah, I was never good at it.
Yeah.
I just run around until you get killed, and
Yeah.
then you're like,
And,
this game sucks.
Like,
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends were like good at it.
Yeah.
Because they were like, I couldn't build, so
They
I
get
couldn't
goaded on the
compete.
sticks, as they say.
Yeah, and and then I played Apex, and like I'm better at like a first person shooter and stuff. So like I was pretty good. I'm like not that good, but it's just really fun.
Yeah.
because it's so much more fast paced.
Have you played Warzone?
Yeah,
Did you hear they're
I suck. at
they're putting
Warzone.
Really?
Apex on the Switch too?
Really?
Yeah.
I really want to get a Switch.
Do you not have one?
No.
Jackson's got one. I remember the day
play-
of the Switch.
You
I
played
got it when
Mortal
it came
Kombat?
out. I have not played Mortal Kombat yet. No.
I love
But if I did get it, I'd probably get it for the PlayStation
Yeah.
anyways, because it'll look better.
Yeah.
But I grew up with a Wii, and that's kind of all I had there. But yeah, Mario Galaxies are my favorite games. And
Yeah, those are.
I think my love for the single player stuff spawned out of all those Mario games, because that's most of the time that's what I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at shooter games.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't end up well.
I'm okay. I'm better at like a single player, like God of War and all the like Spider-Man. Like I can hang somewhat in like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But like I don't understand like this. It's like the strategies.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's constant action. That's why I'm more of a battle royale, whether it's Fortnite or Warzone, constant action, and then the team aspect. I'm a big team guy.
There you go. You
I'll
like
go
talking to people while you're playing?
Yeah. And I'll go in and I'll RPG the whole room if there's a team in there, and if I blow up, but then it's 3-0 now, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I stand.
I do like the gulag.
The gulag. That's talk
throwing-
about some pressure, man. Team's wiped and you're the last in the gulag.
The best is when you're up in the stands and you're throwing rocks and you hit a claymore and kill someone.
Have you done that?
Yeah,
Dang, dude.
I did it once.
I've hit someone with the rock, and I say that I killed them because they were really low, and then like I threw the rock at them, and then they died. So it looked like I kind of killed them with the rock, but I think they were low enough, and then one more bullet killed them. But it was like the same time I threw the rock at them. But yeah, for nobody that understands, when you die in Warzone, you go to the prison and you get a one-on-one match in like the prison. What is it? A shower room?
Yeah,
It's like the shower room of the prison. It's kind of creepy, actually, and then it's one-on-one with the guy in the shower room and with either like a AR or a shotgun or whatever it is, and you get a throwable, and that's what Harry was saying with the claymore. Put that claymore down, but then you got guys in the stands with the rocks that throw rocks at people, and if you throw a rock at that claymore, it will blow up. So that's how he killed. That's how he killed someone before.
Is that the game I've been hearing about where you have to update it, but it's like way too much on the storage
yes,
side?
big game.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like an update will be like 58. I think the last one was like 58 megabytes of storage. I don't know.
That's a lot for an online free game.
Yeah, and it's free. It's huge compared to like Fortnite or Apex. You could have Fortnite, Apex, and there's one more. When the first Modern Warfare or COD Battle Royale Blackout, you could have those three on, and now if you have, like, I can only have Fortnite and Warzone downloaded, and I don't even have the full Call of Duty game.
What, do you have like the 500
gigabytes?
Probably.
I don't have very much storage to begin with.
Damn.
Yeah.
You can get 2 games.
Yeah, I used to play. Last winter-ish, I played Batman. That was a fun solo game that I played.
Like the Arkham ones.
Yeah, it was Arkham Knight. I used to play. I've played all 3 of them. I can't remember the name, but yeah, with the huge map and free roam, and yeah, those are fun games.
It's so crazy how like people are expecting like open world games to be massive now.
Yeah.
Like Red Dead.
Yeah.
It was on 2 discs.
Yeah.
Like it's so big.
Just to download it.
That's before it was like online.
Did GTA 5 kind of spawn that? Like, here's what an open world should be.
Yeah. And then
that set the standard.
Yeah.
That's a good
and
game,
there
man.
was
That was a big standard too.
the
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, the one in like Greece
I've
or
never
Egypt
played
or
those.
whatever.
I've wanted to play those for so long.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, where do you get in? Is there a? Like,
I never really played. I mean, I've played them, but I never got into it.
Yeah.
But I think they were like on like PS3, like when it started. But like there was one, I just know that was huge, and like you couldn't fast travel, so you'd spend like 20 minutes traveling across the map.
Oh,
And it was just too big.
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of YouTube, Grant?
I do watch a decent amount of YouTube. I've been watching. You guys ever heard of Bobby Lee?
Yeah.
He does podcasts. Little Asian guy, but yeah, him and a little bit of Joe Rogan here and there. But I do watch a lot of Dr. Disrespect, so I watch a lot of his clips or streams. But if I'm watching YouTube, usually it's just those replay clips or podcasts, pretty much. So yeah.
I mainly watch like Joe Rogan on YouTube, and then I don't subscribe to a lot of people. Like I feel like I should.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that more. Like actively
Subscribe.
trying to find people that I want to support them.
Yeah, like I'm subscribed to like John Tron and like
Yeah.
'cause I love
Yeah.
like, all those guys are so funny, but they don't make anything now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean it's got to be so hard to be like a big YouTuber
Yeah.
and like people like expect you to make like a funny video that's like super viral every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of iDubbbz videos because for some reason I've just never done that before.
They're pretty funny.
They're
got some,
good. They fill up your time well. Like you don't feel like you're at a loss for watching any of the videos. You always feel like you get something.
They're always like a nice length.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of YouTubers like make like crazy videos.
Yeah.
That are like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
And there's only like 5 minutes that are like entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is weird because sometimes when I'm going on there, I'm like, I know I have 5 minutes, so let's find a video. And then half the time I'm like, there's nothing that's short enough anyways, so I guess I'm not watching anything.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I think most of those people are like, my videos have to be a certain length, and then I can put more ads in it and actually make a living out of it.
Yeah.
But
It's nuts.
it's weird. Yeah.
It's I use the feature where you can speed up the video.
Oh, yeah.
So I can watch a 5-minute video in 3 minutes because I can just so then I can just speed through stuff, save time that way, and I don't like to do it a lot, especially because I've been watching a lot of UFC replays for some reason, just because it's been popping up.
Mm-hmm.
So the last couple of days I've been watching like Brock Lesnar fights, and those are like 12 minutes, but I can shorten it down to 8 minutes and get it in, watch it, and keep moving on.
There you go.
It's crazy like how sports are just gone now.
I know, man.
What's the latest news with all that stuff?
We're supposed to hear something big from baseball today.
Oh, man.
So they're going to try to make a decision, I think, within the week, but something big for baseball today is what I've heard. Basketball had a plan, but none of the players like it.
Yeah.
Really?
They were supposed to be down in Florida in like Disney World, and then they had that huge like 4,000 people a day outbreak down there. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. And football would just be getting started right now anyways, so I think they can afford to push it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think for college too, I don't think a university could handle not having college football. That's a huge source of income.
Clemson and Alabama, like that's all they rely on.
That is, that's probably 75% of their income is through their huge college football games and selling tickets, and it's just unreal how important it is to those universities. And so when you're seeing like outbreaks of 20 guys at Clemson, did you see that?
Yeah.
And now they're saying, well, how can we have college football if they're just doing spring workouts and they're getting COVID-19 from it? How are you going to have 150 guys practicing together and be able to manage COVID-19? So it's just a scary future where they're going to have to figure something out regardless of what they do because they have to have it.
Yeah.
But then these other sports like baseball, you don't need the MLB right now. So I think you're going to see priorities really shake down for how our owners going to treat the players because sorry to ramble, but the players want like 100% of what they were going to get regardless, and they're only playing like half the games. That's how I've understood what's going on. And you just gotta
how are those contracts working?
That's what the big scuffle is. And then the owners are saying, well, I don't want to risk, having an outbreak within the team and then this and that and just
I mean, it makes sense from like both standpoints. Like as a player, like when you sign a contract to get paid, of course you're like you want to get paid.
Yeah.
But then like from the owner, like they're not playing all 100 and whatever games.
Yeah, if you're not making any money, why do you want to spend money?
Yeah, it's tough. And like I never followed baseball that much. I mean, like I'll follow the the Brewers and
the local
but it's
teams.
just really long.
And
I don't
long.
I never played baseball, so I don't really like. I understand how it works.
Yeah.
but I don't understand like the strategy.
Yeah, like once it's like the 20-page rule book, I'm like, I know the basics of it. I can watch a game and figure out what's happening.
Yeah,
That's about as
and
far
like,
as
it's
I
just,
go.
it's so numbers oriented. Like I watched Moneyball. Like that movie is really good, but like there's so much like there's so much more stats behind baseball than there is football and basketball.
Yeah, it's unreal how many stats they keep track of, and especially in the MLB and college or whatever have you. But yeah, it's because there's so much that can go on in an at bat, and so that's how there's so many just different stats that can just
like the only things I understand is your batting average, like 300. If you hit 300, you're hitting good, and then like an RBI. That's it. That's all I get. But then there's all this like other like
there's probably 20 more things
Yeah.
that would just be on a basic page.
Yeah, in
Even
our house,
I don't understand, and I got pretty deep into baseball. I thought I was going to be able to play college baseball someday, and I still don't understand it.
in our house, we don't really watch sports, but really the only sports we'll go to is baseball games usually.
Really?
That's my dad's favorite sport to go to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to pay your amount of money to go watch a sporting event, why not go out and pay your money to sit for 4 hours and watch a slow-paced, fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to just because it's slow and that's the thing about baseball. It is slow.
Yeah.
So you're paying your money and you're going to sit there and watch a show for sometimes closing to 3 hours.
And I think the atmosphere about it at the stadiums is the most kind of not relaxing, but the most kind of
it's not
enjoyable.
Like, yeah,
you know?
like football. If you go to a football game and you're not into football, you're gonna be like, just like lost.
Yeah.
And like I like hockey games because that's
they're
just
fun.
like that's just rough and wild.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
Uh-huh.
But like baseball, like the thing, like I've gone to a couple baseball games, and we always go after like the first or second inning. And you just go out and this guy's scalping tickets, and they're selling for $10.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you walk in after like 20 minutes of the game,
Uh-huh.
and you're paid, like a fraction of the price you would at the gate.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And we used to go to express games all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are fun.
Yeah, and that's kind of the only local
Yeah.
one we
Yeah,
have here.
they so they're in a league called the Northwoods League, and they're clear for play, but the Eau Claire County is not clearing the Express to play, so I don't think they'll have a season this summer.
Wow.
It's weird. We used to host players, so what would happen is these college players would sign up to come play in the Northwoods League, and then they come up and live with these families, and we hosted for 4 years. We hosted 3 different players. So we hosted our first player, Michael Gomez, who's in the MLB minor leagues now. So we hosted a couple different guys, and it's a cool experience. Baseball is a sport where you can really rally around everybody because you don't have to be just a super stud to be able to play at that kind of high level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of roster spots to fill, so you got a lot of people that can be able to bond with. So it is cool because we would get season tickets and pretty much be at every home game. So yeah, it's a cool experience, the baseball atmosphere for sure.
Yeah, so like it's pretty cool. I mean, like there's a lot. I think it's like the most like when you like baseball, like just as like an international sport.
Yeah.
Like there's soccer.
Yeah.
Obviously, which is probably the most because every country's got a soccer team, and then it's baseball because like it's coming to isn't it coming to the Olympics?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've heard something like that.
Wow.
And like Japan is like really
Yeah, I
big
feel like
into
I've seen a lot of
baseball.
stuff about like Asian countries.
Japan
picking up
has
baseball.
their Major League Baseball going on right now.
Wow.
So that's it's on really early on ESPN. I think you can watch it.
Is that the Instagram post I've seen where there's like stuffed animals in the audience?
And they have cheerleaders there
Yeah.
too. Yeah. So they've figured out a way to play there, and so because we were kind of behind all those Asian countries, they were 3 months ahead of us coming to that COVID stuff. So
Yeah.
we're approaching that time to start playing again. So hopefully they can figure out things with money and contracts and everything to where they can play baseball again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when everything goes back to normal. I don't even know if it'll be in the fall. It might be in everyone's mind 2020 is a loss and we got to wait till next year. But I hope it's not because that's a long time to do nothing.
That is. I couldn't imagine that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
I love watching the Olympics and like when they canceled it, like when they postponed the Olympics to next year.
Yeah,
that
was
kind of sucked.
I wonder how many times it's been postponed. Probably
Has it
like
been?
once or twice. I think it has one other time.
And a lot of
Probably
countries
during World War
boycott
II
it.
or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's
And how does that work now? Is it going to be indefinitely pushed back 1 year, or are they doing a few less years between?
Yeah, I think
the
they'll.
next one.
I don't know if they'll just do 1 year and then, or push it back 1 year and then just do 3 years in between, or whatever. But it sucks for those athletes because they were prepping for this year and now they got to do it all over again.
Yeah,
and they'll probably have Olympic trials again.
Yeah, I know a couple like swimmers like Paul DeLakis who qualified for Olympic trials, and Ben Redmond who swims for Green Bay who qualified for Olympic trials. And like it just like, I mean, like just qualifying for Olympic trials is crazy because like to swim at the Olympics, or like to do anything at the Olympics, you have to be like approaching like the world record.
Yeah.
Like you have to like for swimming, you have to be within like tenths of the world record to do it.
It's insane.
So
dude.
to just go to Olympic trials is nuts.
Mm-hmm. Now, do they even get to go to those trials next year, or they got to restart the whole process?
They're gonna host another set of trials, so they like will go to Colorado to where they have the training camp and do it all again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it would suck even more if you were at the top of those trials.
Yeah.
Now you got to do it again.
Yeah.
What if your
Get
time is
hurt.
already passed? What if?
Yeah, and like
bad injury.
yeah, and like kids like now like are like to sorry to like catch up like with like performance. Like you can't go to like a gym or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have like a home gym, you were stuck like going to like a park for like a month and a half.
That's true.
Like to just like shoot around or something.
Yeah, the gym was popping today. I was surprised. I went into Gold's today. There was a decent amount of people. Can social distance pretty well, but a lot of wiping stuff down.
Yeah, is that how they're enforcing the?
Yeah, there's
laws?
spray bottles and towels everywhere to wipe stuff down. With the yoga mats that they used to have in like the stretch area, you would have to get it from the front desk and then return it right back to the front desk, and they manage all that cleaning themselves for those things.
Do they do like you put the weights in like a dirty section?
The weights?
Yeah, like
no.
I get the why they have when you touch dumbbells and plates and stuff. You spray it down, you set it in the dirty thing, and then the staff cleans it and lets it sit for 10 minutes.
Nah, you just gotta wipe it down yourself, and then if a lot of times we wipe it down before and after. So
yeah.
Did a gym like that do anything for like people who had memberships that couldn't go? Like,
I have no idea, man, because they closed. They did close.
There was a bunch of them that closed for good. Like
really,
like Gold's gyms across the country.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Like at the beginning of it.
Because they probably lost all their members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because money was probably really tight during this whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know if they just stopped charging or what they did. But it was just unfortunate to see that whole thing go down, and now everybody's trying to adapt in different ways.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like you can't just close stuff down indefinitely forever. It's like stuff is just gonna like people like you just have to start doing stuff again. You know, so like when golf was it like a month ago when golf courses opened up?
Golf was one of the first things to open up.
I just remember like that was like and then everything just kind of spiraled into everything like the record store downtown's opening up and stuff that like you would never like think is like an essential business. Now it's not like required to do that anymore. But.
Well, I don't even know. We don't have any statewide laws right now, right?
No. Nope. The court overruled his safer at home.
Yeah, which didn't leave us with any kind of getting out of it, which we were close to anyways.
Yeah.
So
Eau Claire's done a pretty good job with it though.
Yeah.
Like there's like 140 something cases now.
Yeah, I just heard the first death came in.
Yeah.
So
pretty unfortunate. I still see a lot of people out and about though.
Yeah,
I know.
And a lot more who aren't taking any precautions.
Yeah. It's so weird like with masks. Like there's like at work like we wear a mask not just because it's safer but because it puts an image onto the customers that like if you go into a place and there's nothing set up, you're going to be like, "Oh, well they don't care about anything."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like but like there's some people who just like refuse to wear masks and
can people eat in the restaurant too?
I don't think the dining room's open yet. And I don't think a lot of
I don't know.
I don't think a lot of dining rooms are open places. I know bars are open.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird.
That's the only way they can make their money.
Yeah,
you can't get that stuff to go.
yeah. Take a beer from
walk up to a
curbside beer pickup.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird to like deliver food into the bar. It's just like a bunch of dudes chilling at the.
Yeah, it feels weird to see people now. Like out in public, you're like, this is weird. You shouldn't be here. You know.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just got to get used to, like, or seeing people with masks and, like, you probably would have recognized them, but now you probably won't recognize as many people when you go out because everybody's going to be under a mask. So, do you have, like, a designed mat? Like, I know my mom and Jackson's mom, they sew masks. Yeah. Do you have a homemade mask?
Yeah, I got an big orange one, and
that's
then
cool.
My uncle works for 3M, so he gave us at the beginning like a bunch of the N95s. But those things suck.
Yeah, they're really uncomfortable.
Like, yeah,
and those strings break all the time, right?
I know. Yeah. So I just got like a nice cloth one that I can wash and wear at work.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to up my designer game on my mask if we have to wear masks at school, because then it's got to be like a different way to express yourself, how good your mask is, and all this and all that. So
I mean, it's weird because before this, no one was wearing masks ever.
Yep.
For anything.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Even in the hospitals, they wouldn't really wear masks.
Yeah, unless they're working there.
Yeah, well, you were coughing.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, you're gonna go into like a hospital.
They'll probably always have masks on in the hospitals,
which is good.
Yeah. But it'll be weird to. I don't know when we're gonna not be wearing masks. You know, it'll be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I don't have a problem with like wearing a mask. I mean, I think people just do it because like don't want to do it because they just don't want to be told what to do. Which makes like I mean, but
I think we'll be doing this kind of stuff until we get some sort of vaccine for it. But even at that point, there'll be people who are against it or whatever they're doing. There's not much you can do there because you can't legally enforce a vaccine if it costs money, or even if it's free. I don't think you can legally enforce anything medical like that. So that'll spawn a whole nother series of problems.
Yeah,
some people.
We were in North Dakota like a couple weekends ago. We went out to visit my brother and just do like a little like a getaway for a weekend.
Yeah,
nice. And there was like people out there. It's like a different place because like it's so spread out and like people out there like didn't believe it was real.
Yeah,
like there was like a bunch of like McDonald's and all the fast food places just to drive through because that's what like they're.
That's what they're enforcing.
Like local restaurants were open and just serving people as normal.
Yeah, I don't think North Dakota or South Dakota ever even closed to begin with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember going out and seeing like the same thing. Like, damn, you guys are going out to eat here?
Yeah.
So weird. Weird.
You know, like my brother works at Bobcat out there, and like they have like strict like rules for what you have to follow, like go through.
Is that more of a manufacturing thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because those places, if you're the only way you're making money is if you're shipping out these orders on time when people order them. Yeah. And if you get behind, or if one person in a factory has a disease, everyone gets it.
Yeah.
So when that stuff starts spreading, you're not making any money.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place to be.
All right, Harry, thank you so much for coming on today, dude. It was so fun to talk to you. We'll definitely have to have you on some other time on this podcast. It's fun to finally get out in front of the mic again and kind of gather around with some people. It's been a long time waiting, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Good time. Really fun. Nice to get out of the house and see some friendly faces.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll have to discuss some conspiracy theories next time.
For sure.
Of course.
I know you're into that.
Yeah.
Of course.